What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, I got a little bit of a more focused market watch, pretty much focusing only on spell cards. I got a lot of different spell cards I'm gonna go over. There's some of them I want to go over for an exact specific reason. Some I just want to go over because I haven't really gone over them, and uh, yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I don't have an actual kind of theme for some of these cards, but for some reason I just kept bringing up stuff, and I realized that yeah, I brought up seven to nine, I think I was eight spell cards, so I just said screw it. I'm gonna do the whole market watch and spells. Please, if you like what's going on here, don't feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it's all good. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or any comments. Sometimes there's sometimes talking about cards I have questions or I mention things and or maybe I'm kind of a little bit of off the ball on why certain cards are going up. But yeah, if you have those comments, feel free to leave them down. Down the leave them down in the comment section below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Ultimate Slayer from Power of the Elements. It did get a reprint, and and it's non first edition unlimited, and it's just been really going down. And to be honest, I really thought this was gonna hugely take off when it first came out, but then it started to go down, and I was like, okay, all right, let's see what happens. And it went to it was a 60, 50 to 40, 30, and now it's just kind of creeping even lower, and it's in the 16. So we got the Japanese version, but right here 16 with the dollar shipping, so that's 17. We're looking at 17 to $18 range. This card is probably going to continue to go down because it's we're not going to be in any kind of format to where we need cards that your opponent cannot respond to. Like a lot of a lot of the boards that the different decks put up to are able to just get taken care of by simply activating some type of board wipe. It's like you could use a board wipe and then you could get rid of it. There is no there isn't a board that has a whole bunch of different negates to where you need one specific card to make sure that you don't get another card to stop it. And since we're not in that kind of in that kind of sense of Yu-Gi-Oh right now, then this card really isn't gonna really isn't gonna have that much of impact. Even though it does have the extra added effect of being able to get a bonus effect from whatever card it sends from the extra deck, it's just you rather sit there and have a lightning storm or Rageki or something, just something to use without having to worry about having an exact extra deck. So right now they're pretty low. They might even sink down a little bit lower because in our next meta is going to be very similar to where there's not going to be a bunch of negates. Maybe there's some monsters that are able to banish themselves, in response to being removed, and this card could come back. But right now I think it might go even lower. So if you're trying to pick them, maybe hold off a bit. They might go to the $12 range, and around there I'd probably want to pick them a nice set of these. Crossout Designator. It is a very interesting card because I'm actually probably going to do a video probably today. Today I planned to record a couple different videos, but this is one that I was thinking about over the weekend, and I was like, man, why hasn't Crossout Designator really taken off? For I guess for me personally, I think at least the tier. I have another reason, but I'll hold it off for a different video. But I was thinking at least a tier 0 format would maybe at least make it see play in tier elements. I figured tier elements would be screw it, I'm gonna play this card in my tier element deck because if I place the mirror match, then this is gonna make it extremely easy. But for the most part, it really hasn't done anything like that. You got the 2022 Tin of the Pharaoh Gods right here. This is the Prismatic Secret Rare from 2022. Nothing really crazy right here. It's still $4 or $5. It's the $5 to $6 range. This one's not hasn't really moved. And then you got the ultra rare from 2021, Tin Ancient Battles, and this one is kind of holding a similar price, 48.5. So it's like the $5 version. It's like $5 and $6. There's been some sales for 5, 10, but there's a lot here at this price point. There's a lot of different. You go on the second page, and here's more. 5. So it isn't like there's 4 listings at 5 and then there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they're really, it's really kind of seen. It's really kind of staying right there in that place. I really feel that even in the environment of a tier 0 format, it still kind of didn't go up. So it's like maybe like we do need something like Max C for this card to really take off. Made to order. Here's like this is another card. It is in pre-sale items, and I really like this card. It says target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, then you can add one card from your deck to your hand with the same name as that banished card. You can activate one made to order mermaid outfitter per turn. So the reason why I like it, I guess it's very similar to Crossout Designator, but like instead of instead of you having to have the card, your opponent has to have the same card that you have. So I guess like it isn't the exact same thing, but it does, it kind of has the same like principle. But the reason why I like this is because since you're not outright since it's like you could use it to like get yourself like like the common hand traps for because it just says target like one card your opponent's graveyard. So it's like if you so it's like if you know if you're in a format where everyone's playing in impermanence, it's like yeah, I guess you basically kind of have the opportunity to be like, okay, they're gonna activate their impermanence, but then you could go and banish their impermanence and get your own impermanence. So it's like it's I really it's like I really like that. Also too, if we ever get into a situation where a lot of the same decks kind of use the same engine, so so like if there's like a common engine, like let's say there's two different decks that people are using in the meta that use the live twin engine. It pretty much gives you ability to not only take like a key hand trap that you might be sharing, but you also take a key engine piece that they might have already used to allow you to go off. So there's like it, like I said, there are similarities with Crossout Designator, but it has a little bit more uses. I do want to talk about this card. I really like this. I really like that one card. Okay, Triple Tactics Talent. Not gonna go over it too much. Go over it all the time. But yeah, we're just gonna go over one copy right now. It is starting to soar. We got there's a lot of these sales right here for 19.99. 19 yeah 19 and like really $20, and right here we got 16, 17. We got some people posting them at like 16 to $17. So but like I said, we got a couple of these, but once these are gone, then they start creeping up into that 19 price point. And there's 16 over here with 18.23, so this might hold for a bit. But yeah, this card is just starting to just go all the way up, and I would not be surprised if it goes to 20. I think I'm gonna hold. I think I might hold right now until 20, but at the same time, we have potential list looming because we know that they're gonna want to have Kashtira as the top deck. So we could be expecting a balance between now and maybe literally we could get one maybe today. We could get one in a couple days. I don't want to get too crazy about it, but everyone kind of understands that they wanted to kind of just have tier was their thing, and now they're probably going to be done selling tier, and they're probably going to hit that, and so we go on to the next one. So, but I'm thinking triple tax is going to stay, but I'm thinking this actually might hit that $20 price point pretty soon. We'll have to see. Dark Ruler no more. This card has really come down. Well, I mean it's been going down, so it wasn't like all crazy. It has been kind of going everywhere. Well, kind of been going up. Well, it's kind of been going up lately, and it kind of does make a little bit of sense. But in all honesty, it's just kind of staying right here. You got a lot of mod plays right here for like 5, but then get the prismatics for 7. I I think the main reason why I believe that this card went down is because you have a lot of decks that are just able to OTK, like especially if you're playing Cash Tira, and even if you're not playing Cash Tira or something, it's like you rather just get the OTK, like to get rid of the board. You rather just use Lava Golem to kind of just get rid of some key stuff, and then have a monster that doesn't have any kind of protection, and then just destroy it with your combo, and then OTK through it. Because when you're playing Dark Ruler no more, you kind of essentially technically you give them an extra turn to be able to come back. The main reason why people really main decking Dark Ruler no more was because the boards at that time that were that were out were just so oppressive, and so had 3 different negates, plus they had some type of barrier statue or some monster that would like prevent you from like special summoning. So you kind of needed a card like Dark Blue No More, which didn't let your opponent respond to it, to just negate everything on the board. But now in this meta, since it's a little bit more fair and you still got good cards, but not every single card is like preventing special summon or like super negate powerhouse that you're able to like just get rid of two of the problems and then play through the rest of it. So like it makes sense seeing this thing goes down, but like seeing this come down. But if you don't have these and you just want some commons, I'd pick these up. You got like 169 right here. Let's like 169. Yeah, 195 at $2. The commons are about $2. I would just go for them now before anything happens, because at any moment they could just spike back up. Pot of Desires. I wasn't aware, but pretty much every single version of Pot of Desires is $1. You got a damage first set for 90, but then like that 110, 111, 114. Then even the common right here, the common from the Spell Hydra structure deck, kind of the whole same ordeal right here. You got the mod play for $1, and then the near mints for $1. This is I'm probably gonna have to start digging through, because I know I have a little stack of commons laying around somewhere. And then the ultras from the tins are actually still holding up a cool little price. They've been going down but kind of stabilizing. But you know, they got the mod plays for 269, and one with the 69 again. But yeah, but like we got a lot of light plates for like 230 in the $3 range. So yeah, these are about $3 cards, which you know is pretty. This is a really good card. I really do see this kind of slowly start creeping back in. It is at 2, and I really like it at 2, because when it's at 3, yeah, you get more chance to get it, but people are just so more tempted to put the 3, and it really does increase your odds of drawing another desire with desires. And when it's at 2, I like 2 is like the perfect limit to keep to keep the power level down, like keep the power levels, that way it's just not running rampant and giving every single deck the ability to like +1, draw cards. But it's also, like making sure that the people who do use it don't sit there and like have to always draw desires with desires. It's just, I don't know, it's just crazy. I really do like this card. Even you got the another common print here. Yeah, every common print is at $1. So it's like if you want this, you're pretty much playing like $2 if you want to get the 2. And then the secret rares and then the ultimates. Yeah, these are just wild, man. I wish I would have picked some of these up. I think they were like 40s maybe. But yeah, you get the light plays at 48, 50, 55s right here. So yeah, it's kind of slowly. They were even higher. They were even higher. Maybe this might be a good pickup. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been looking at the ultimate rares too much, because I've been focusing on like just on like more like meta and kind of like stuff to it's like stuff to invest in meta. But maybe I do need to take some time and look at some of these ultimate rares. Pot of Extravagance, kind of the same thing. You got the premium golds and then the common. The common the common's also going to go in that dollar range, 120, 156. So this is kind of in that $2 range. Then you got the gold rare version. This one right here is like 274, almost $3. So yeah, as I said, if you want $2 for the common, 3 for the gold. Then you got the Ultra from Toon Chaos, and these are like $7, I believe. Yeah, you got like I'm on the $6 range. So you got these in like the $6 range. So you got budget versions of this, and you also do have expensive versions. So keep an eye on that one. Pot of Prosperity, it is still a very popular card, and it has just done nothing but go up. The Prismatic Secret Rare was at $30, and it has just been going up and up and up and up. I do not see where they're going to reprint this. Maybe in like a Battles of Legend, we could get like a secret or ultra version of this to help kind of bring the price down. But right now, you got 42.98, 38, 42. You're pretty much paying $43 for this card. If you need it, you're going to have to pay. That's just how it is right now. Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm is very interesting, because I like it. There is kind of an uptick of people running back row decks, whether it's like Runic where there's like you're facing Runic and you really need to get rid of like the floodgates and you gotta get rid of the fountain, or it's just like you're facing Chair Elements, and they have like the scream and everything and the heartbeat in the back, and you just really need to kind of power through. Or even with Castura, like they have that they have their continuous, and you want to stop that advantage. This right here, I really could see this kind of jumping back in the meta. You have some really low prices, very, very, very similar to Triple Tactics Talent, where these are at $8 right now, $9.69, $8.69. They're like $8 to $10 range. These could do the same thing and jump up to 20, especially if there's no reprint. Like Evenly Matched got its reprint, so that one, of course, is not going to be going up too soon. But this right here, I'd probably want to get these sooner rather than later, because your other options are to play Tangent between Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Duster, and they're both at 1, and you could just run 3 copies of these to kind of do what these cards do. And even still, but you still want, want to get, well, you can run, I think you can run multiple copies of Regeki now. So you got 295, 248. So these are still in the $3 range. And then you have the Harpy's Feather Duster, where you have the super rares, which these are really nice right here. These super rares are pretty nice. 349, 350, 399. So like they're still pretty expensive. They don't they you can't sit there and think that it's just going to be completely easy to get them. Even the rares are still in that range. So yeah, like I really feel like I would just rather have like the Lightning Storm. You get 3 cards that do both both of these things, and you have all the different options. And yeah, that's just something that I'd rather go with. I like, just because I very much like understand like this like the whole appeal, because you can run a whole bunch of different one of these, and you don't have to have the whole restriction of the face up cards. But just when you're sitting there playing, you like when you're playing there and you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and like it's just like sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes it's like you have the face up card, you can't do it, you can't do it. But a lot of the times you don't have the face up card. A lot of times you need it going into your turn, because games don't last. Games don't always last 4, 5, 6 turns. It's like it's usually decided between the first 2 turns. Between the first 2 turns, you either decide who wins or you decide the pace. And so it's like a lot of the times you just want to have that blowout card to be able to like establish either the pace or establish the win. So that's just kind of how I feel. Like I'd rather just have Lightning Storm. All right, guys, that's it for the Market Watch. Kind of went on a little bit of rant at the end there. If you like what's going on here, please like and subscribe. If not, it is all good. Comments down below. If not, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.